ভালো আছে মোবাইল নেট আছে না এটা কি দিছিস অন স্ক্রিন করে দিছিস লাইক লাইক কিসে দিছিস হ্যালো হ্যালো এই যে মানে হ্যাংআউটে যে কেউ বাংলাদেশ প্ল্যানিং কনফারেন্স থেকে আপনাদেরকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে আমাদের প্রোগ্রাম শুরু হতে যাচ্ছে আপনারা প্লিজ অনলাইনে না সেন্স করে দিন বন্ধ ঠিক আছে এটা নাই পরে লাগা আচ্ছা স্ট্যান্ড দেখ ওই যে চালাই লাগছে ভাই চার্জারটা লাগাই আলিয়া কোন সবাই আছে না দেখ আপনার ada lagi ada lebih enak আমার তো লাগে আচ্ছা এটা ওয়াশরুম সামনে লাগাইছো আচ্ছা ওই রুমে বসবো ওই রুমে ওই না আমি যাব ওই রুমে তুমি বলবা সাউন্ডের কি অবস্থা ভাই হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে হ্যালো হ্যালো ব্লুটুথ লাগাও হ্যাঁ লাগাচ্ছি শুনতে পাবো না হ্যালো 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 না ওটা ঠিক আছে লাইন পাই না খবর দেন তো লাইন পাই সাউন্ড যেতেছে তারা এটা কি এটা লগি ইনোন তো রে এটা কি আচ্ছা রাস্তার দিকে রবে ভাইয়া আচ্ছা এটা বুঝলাম না হচ্ছে আমাদের ফেসবুকের যে এটা কি এই লিংক ইনশাআল্লাহ কোনটাতে খুললাম ভাই কি বলছি এখন সেটা হচ্ছে আনোয়ারের ফোন দাও হ্যাঁ আনোয়ারের ফোন দাও আনোয়ার হ্যাঁ ওই এখন আসে না একটার দিকে আসা দেখ কোন জায়গায় দিলে দুপুর করবো মেশিনের সাউন্ড কোয়ালিটি কে গিয়েছে Yes. Hey, আর কিছু দেওয়া লাগবে না 500 ঠিক আছে এটা দেয়া রাখছি ঠিক আছে ছোট ফোন হ্যালো 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 ঠিক হ্যালো সিকিউরিটি কি বলতেছে হ্যালো 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 সাউন্ড ক্লিয়ার করো সাউন্ড আরেকটু ক্লিয়ার হবে ভয়েস ক্লিয়ার হবে ভয়েস ক্লিয়ার করো ভয়েস ক্লিয়ার করো হ্যালো 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 মাইক্রোফোন চেক সাউন্ড করতে সাউন্ড একটু কমবে হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে হ্যালো 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 মাইক্রোফোন চেক হ্যালো 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 সাউন্ড একটু করবে চেক এই সাউন্ড করতে কেন হ্যালো 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 দেখছো সাউন্ডটা তো ডিস্টার্ব করবে হ্যালো হ্যালো সাউন্ড একটু পারো হ্যালো হ্যালো মাইক্রোফোন টেস্টিং হ্যালো 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 তুমি থাকবো না সব সময় জায়গায় হ্যাঁ আমি কল ব্যাক তুই ওরে নিয়ে মিটিং রুমে যা এটা কি ঠিক আছে ওই রুমে Sitting here? Yeah, that's good. Connection here. একদম on. Hello. আচ্ছা এখানে রুম করে দিতে পারিস তো সমস্যা নাই তো মিটিং করে যাও কিন্তু দেখি মাইকটা কই মাইকটা আমি তুমি রুমে যাও এটা ঠিক করে দে ভাই মাইকটা কোথায় মাইকটা বাইরে দিয়ে দাও বাইরে দিয়ে ভাই মাইক কই মাইক অফ করে রাখছি আওয়াজ তো হ্যালো হ্যালো মাইক্রোফোন টেস্টিং হ্যালো এই ইয়া রাসেল শুনতে পাচ্ছি এবার মনে হয় ক্লিয়ার হয়েছে হ্যালো মাইক্রোফোন টেস্ট হ্যালো হ্যালো ওকে কেন না স্ট্যান্ডে একটা স্ট্যান্ড দিলে ভালো। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
ওকে হয়ে গেছে। তো রিমোট কি হবে?
বাবা
টেবিলের উপর রাখার উপর নাই
ছোটগুলো আছে ওই সাইডে আছে ছোট 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 ছোট
আপনার কাছে দিয়ে কথা বলতে চলে আসবে
পুলিশ আসলে
শুরু করার পরে আশপাশে সামনে দিকে ঢুকতে যাচ্ছে লাগানো না লাগানো শব্দ হ্যাঁ চেক করো চেক করো চেক করো অবশ্যই চেক করো দুইটা আছে আরো লাগবে দুইটা আসবে 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 ওয়েট 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 করো এই যে শিলা বিপিএস তো সেই টেক্সট তুমি হচ্ছে নিজেকে বুঝে রিপোর্টটা করে একটু জাস্ট পুরো আগে কন্ট্রোল খাইনি ঠিক আছে এটা হচ্ছে দরকার তুমি দরকার না তাই তো Hello, hello, microphone testing. Hello, hello. আগে ভাই আমাদের তো আমি কল করে দিয়েছি কত টাকা করে দেন কত ইয়া
কিন্তু কিন্তু কাজ করতে হবে মাঝে খুব ভালো
Selam olun Mehmet. Aynen.
এটা আমি করছি তো সবকিছু ঠিকঠাক আছে তাই না সমস্যা হবে থাক পাকে চালিয়ে থাকবো
দুইজনে আছে
বুঝে গেছো
দুই রুম তো
আচ্ছা মানে এখানে কে থাকবে
এখানে একজন
তুমি থাকবে না ও থাকবে
আমি
তুমি থাকবো এখানে আমি থাকবো এখানে তুমি থাকবো
আমি
কারণ ওটা তো
ওটা তুমি কি গান বাড়ি
বেশি টাকা এত লেট করে যাবো ওটা ভিডিও ধরতে পারো আছে টাকা তো দেখো না আরেক কাছে মাথা এটা ছিঁড়ে আরেক কাছে এটা
PowerPoint গুলো কপি করে নিচ্ছি তারপরে PowerPoint আসছে এটা PowerPoint আসছে
আপনাদের আচ্ছা 116 122 আছে আচ্ছা আপনার সাথে
আমার ওই আপনি যদি এখানে আসেন দুজনের 1 টাকা দোকান নেই আমরা হচ্ছে রেশনটার পাশে ঢুকে এটা আপনি আপনার মতো কন্ট্যাক্ট করবেন ইয়েতে
স্যার আমরা দুইটা অলরেডি পেয়েছি
দুইটা পেয়ে গেছো কোন দুইটা এটা হচ্ছে কারা ওই পেজ কোথায় একটা যে সেশন চেয়ারের জন্য যে পেপার সেটা কোথায় সেটা বিকল্প এটা ওই কাগজে তো ওই আমরা কেন নিব হ্যাঁ এটা দিল প্রতিটা সেশন চেয়ার যখন আসবে এই কাগজ যেটা ওনার জন্য প্রাপ্ত সেটা ওনাকে দিয়ে এখানে দিতে দাও প্রতিটা পেজ প্রবলেম
আচ্ছা আপনাদের মধ্যে কি 209 কেউ আছে এবারে 209
তোমরা ইয়ে করো প্রতিনিয়ত বুঝলাম নেক্সট সফটওয়্যার সেশন যখন শুরু হবে ওই লাউঞ্জে বা টিভি এখানে লোকজন যেতে যখন কখনো থাকে যে জোরে বলে আসবে যে আমরা অমুক রুমে সেশন এখনই শুরু হচ্ছে এই রুমের সেশন হচ্ছে ডিজাইনের আমাদের এখন শুরু হচ্ছে আপনারা যারা যারা ওই রুমে যাবেন এখন চলে আসেন চারটা তো প্রেজেন্টার এখন প্রেজেন্টার মানে আসে না এখন তুমি জোর করে চারটা বানাতে পারবা অনুপস্থিত তিনটা এখন লোকজন তো সবাই খাচ্ছে তুমি কোথা থেকে আমি দিলাম দায়িত্ব নেই এখন তুমি যাও লাউঞ্জে যে বলে আসো যে আমরা ডিফারেন্ট এই সেশন এখন শুরু হচ্ছে আপনারা যারা যারা ওই রুমে যাবেন এখনই চলে আসুন হ্যাঁ 1A
স্টুডেন্ট সেশন এখন শুরু হবে
হ্যাঁ 1A শিক্ষার্থী যে 1A স্টুডেন্ট সেশন শুরু হবে ওই যে আমরা তাহলে ধরো
ওই যে টুয়েটের কিছু একটা পেপার আছে ওটা কি আসছে
আসে নাই তো মুস্তাক ও আসে
আসবে
বলতে পারছি না তো
কাজে আমরা ওর জন্য দেরি করবো
না ওর জন্য তো দেরি করবে না পরে লাইভ করে দিই
যে এখন দিতে গেলে আমি দিয়ে আসি যে
বেকে মুস্তাক কি মেসেজ কি আছে
আমি ইসলাম দিতে শুরু করতে বললাম
ধরে নাই
তারপর কোন একটা comes down. Good afternoon.
Mike.
Good afternoon. Welcome to session 1 and student session. First, let's set up the rules. We'll have, since we have plenty of time, we'll have 15 minutes for each presentation, and then we'll accumulate a question afterwards. So we'll have each of the presentation, we can spend up to 25 minutes, 20 to 25. So at first, I would request. Mohammad Rakibul Hassan Kausar and his anyone from the team to represent their paper on an approach to reduce card dependency in the Chittagong metropolitan area.
Everyone, my presentation, I am going to Hassan Kausar. Who give me a chance to attend this conference. Chair, sir, and now starting my paper and approach to reduce card dependency in Chittagong metropolitan area, CMA. At first, to understand what is card dependency. Card dependency, when city people select the car as the dominant improvement for their transportation, then it creates card dependency. And it has very several effects like congestion, public transport demand losses, public transport supply, and car population and socio-economic condition of the inhabitants. And it has several negative effects on the society and environment. If we see this image, here is 200 people in 177 cars. If we redo beside this image, it is without the car. Here only one people took one place around. We see this in the image, and in 3 buses, the all of the people are almost accommodated. And if they use a bicycle for their mode, then they only use one lane. So, Chittagong is the one of the heavy traffic generating routes. And as per DRT, average 40 people are newly added every week in the Chittagong metropolitan area. average series of the 1 to 130 feet is not sufficient for carrying this load. So this is the traffic jam generated in Bangladesh. We see that this is not created by public service, public bus. It is only created by private cars. Location of the Chiran metropolitan area, and if we see the transportation network of the Chiran metropolitan area, it is 2 airports. National have 329 kilometers, regional have 40 kilometers, feeder route 1252 kilometers, railway 146, and waterway 68 nautical miles. So our goal was find out the reason of continuity and develop studies here how to reduce this. So our first objective was to analyze the factor influence continuity. So our target group was the car use of Chiran metropolitan area. Sample size of 384 using 98% confidence level, open and closing the questionnaire for the survey to achieve this first objective. So you find that mainly 15.3% trip are home-based trip and 84.7% trip are non-home-based trip. So from the respondent, we found that the mainly 30,000 to 50,000 people, 35% people income is 30 to 55%, 50,000, and 36% population income is mainly come from business. So these are overall methodology, and even the car dependency in Chiran metropolitan area, we found that whose family member are 3. They use mainly the private cars. Those family members are 6. They are mainly minimum use private cars. And within the preference of public transport, they mainly use public transport for comfort and less journey time and less fuel consumption. Because the reason behind the using public transport for popularity, we found that it is only for uncomfortable and time consuming and unsafe. And there is a trip generation pattern of CMA, or we see 17.76% trip is generated from bus, and the private car is generated 36.46% trips. And our second is to find out the strategy for reduce car dependency in metropolitan areas. Here our target group was also the car user of Chiran metropolitan area, data used from Bangladesh Transport Authority and the field survey. And the accepted levels of alternative mode of transport like public transport, 48.83% people select alternative mode of transportation. An opinion of the respondent, how they use, what facility is given, they use to public transport. They said that if the journey time is reduces and the journey length is reduces and if the destination is giving closer, they will select public transport. And this is the trip generation motion CMN. People mainly use private car for the house and CNG use for shopping purpose. Bus use mainly for intermediate purpose, like changing one place to going one place to another, and minimum bus is generated from schooling. And some recommendation: car dependency reduce can be by use increasing the public transport facilities. Public transport facilities reduce the pollution for passenger miles. And a final way to reduce connectivity is dependency by efficient urban design. And high quality public transport reduce car dependency. And finally, we develop a urban design and minimum activity intensity. Have design and patient design for Chiran metropolitan area. Deprivate means core area and library means supporting area. We should be dependent in some cases in core areas. Every core area generated 10 to 1 lakh employment jobs, and every area is 1 to 2 kilometers. This is done only the Hyderabad and Andhra Pradesh is the core area existing. These are also used for this business purpose. Thank you for continuing.
Thank you. The floor is now open for question. Anyone want to ask any question? No? Let me start then, and then we will get some interest. I have a small question regarding the top tree, number of trees, as you mentioned in one of the slides, that 36% trees are car, yeah, this one, 36% are private car. It's like, does it comply? Did you notice the car rate, car trip rate in STP or RSTP for Dhaka? Do you know what is the percentage of trip in Dhaka by car? Like, do you know whether in Chittagong car share is higher than Dhaka or not? Do you have any idea about this thing? I don't know really. I just want to know.
In this case, I don't have idea about this, but I heard that in Chittagong, which people are hiring from, they mainly use private cars. Chittagong is commercial area, so most of the people are businessmen. Every person has one.
How many cars you have in Chittagong?
You are obstructing
The PUs, yes. Do you have any idea how many people have car in Chittagong? How many cars you have in Chittagong? For 3 million population. For 3 million population.
Exact in Bangladesh, we found a study around every year around 16,000 new cars added in Bangladesh for registration purpose.
BRTA, they have an office in Chittagong. They might know the number. You don't know exactly the number, isn't it? Anyone want to ask any question?
I would like to ask something. This keep that data, the findings. So this one indicates what the amount of trips, modal split of total trips.
Modal trips, which purpose they which types of people?
Okay, and this is based on your sample or
Sample sample.
sample sample. How many?
362.
362.
84.
382.
That's 82. So what time actually or what time of the day did you do the survey?
So we mainly survey to the car owners. We make a questionnaire and distribute it to
Sorry, because I came late.
Distributed to the questionnaire to the car owner of the Chittagong metropolitan area.
Only car owner.
Only car owners. Our survey was target people was the car owner of the Chittagong metropolitan area.
So how do you know if the car owners? So this is the car owners.
Car owners
model behavior.
Yes, sir.
So they use private car. Their own car 36%. Also they use bus.
Bus, yes, sir. Bus mainly used for intermediate purpose. We see that in the next slide.
Now, if that is so, then the question is what type of purpose? Free purpose? Shopping?
Office, shop, school, shop, market, recreation, rooming, and others. Mainly people use their car for home to office or home to school or home to shop. This type of. If they home, then they use bus. If they go to office, then what type of they use? They use private cars. If they go to shop, what type of vehicle they choose? They choose mainly this type of vehicle. They give a rank about this. They 1 to 7. Who is rank is give more. One is higher and 7 is lower. If they give 1, then it is their first choice. If they give it 7, it is their last choice.
Now this figure 2.26, for example, when they have home to home, they use bus. Home, they use private car. How is this a matrix type of?
Matrix type.
So
1 to 7.
I am trying to read home bus. How I did? First figure 2.26. How I did?
If we did it, the 1 to 7, right? Then whom, for whom bus, how whom, for whom per bus, how they use it? 1 to 7, right? There are one people say we use it, we give it 4 rate. And if you say that how for going to whom, what purpose you use it? Private car. They give it rank is 1. This type of
So the variable measurement scale is 1 to 7.
1 to 7.
1 is what?
1 is a high choice and 7 is low choice.
I think he measured the preference.
Oh, so you actually measured the modal choice.
In a lighter scale.
Office and declaration is the same.
This is the right technique.
Two things. So mainly they use official purpose private
No, the technique, scale you have measured. Is it the right scale?
So literature
Literature says this is the
this type of scaling can give us some type of exact result.
I have no idea actually. I thought usually in transport system, they measure modal, they decide the modal choice based on some sort of logic and other model. Because logic or multinomial model, automatically you can see the modal choice. Whether people prefer bus or public transport or car or walk or cycle. This one, I don't know. You have literature support for this technique.
But I have some literature support.
So, what's your conclusion from this study? And what is the thing that you write which we can use for transport?
Financial implementation in urban design, which is made by in the Chinchilla metropolitan area 10 paired sheets. Paired sheet means which are mainly self-efficient for employment generations. Like we give one paired sheet to 1 to 2 kilometer radius, and it will generate 10,000 to 1 lakh employment for every zones. These zones are selected for existing conditions. Like we said, Hyderabad and Andhra, we give only 2 core areas because these 2 core areas are the main population of Chittagong. Hyderabad is commercial and Andhra also is commercial. Main office of port is situated in Hyderabad.
This pad seat design. So what are you getting?
So it is some Numen Potteries. Potteries they develop this theory, pad-sheet design. They use it to solution the Australian credibility problem.
So if you focus on environment, there may be some areas dominantly residential. So there.
So mainly these 2 areas are mainly using for at this time for commercial purpose.
Commercial environment.
Commercial employment, Hyderabad and Andhra.
So how are you going to match this activity with your modal choice?
So I said that this area are self-employment. So 1 to 2 kilometer is easy to walking distance. So they can easily walk one place to another place.
Their choice behavior is different.
Sorry. What I understand from overall thing, you are very good, isn't it? Okay, so what I understand, and for especially for those who get a bit late, that what he is trying to do is that he has made a study on the people who own cars.
Because okay, we can hear.
Yeah. So what he's trying to do is that what he's trying to establish that a lot of cars in Chittagong. So he did survey on the car owner to see what is the purpose they are using car, and if they want to move from car to pedestrian or car to bus, whether they want it. So he made a survey on them. And do you prefer to go to bus or by other mode? And what type of change you want in the urban system that can take you out of car? So based on it, we come up with some urban design solution that people will prefer walking or bicycling or other things if these things can be provided. Is it like this?
They are already student.
Yeah, sir, it's a student project.
Student session is the student of
master.
no sir, undergraduate.
Who undergraduate?
They are only fourth year. Just they are starting the research.
So relatively is good work. I have two personal comment though. At first is when you have any data on a choice like library scale or something, you shouldn't add it up to 100. So it's better to make average or leave it like that. So it's better not to add. And second thing is when you come to this point of shared location, how does it come? How do you know this location? So it should come. So your survey doesn't say anything about your location, but you certainly come up with location, this location I want urban development. So you need to show a link from summary data. So you need to show that one that people have said that this is this area. They want samples. You should show in the map where the samples were taken, and then you can come up with idea. People in the north they say they want this. Okay, so very good luck. Wish you very good luck in your transport study in the coming years. So being
I will ask you many questions.
Yeah.
My
Thank you.
lack of understanding.
This question I have was enriching our interdiscipline.
Thank you. Let me invite now Mr. Sulaiman for his paper on 4-lane highway road project, IEE, Initial Environmental Examination on 4-lane highway road project, Lebukhali to Paira, Port Portugal.
I am Mr. Sulaiman, now still an undergraduate student of Technical University, and I am going to present my paper addressing IEE Initial Environmental Examination on 4-lane highway road project Lebukhali to Paira, Port Portugal, Bangladesh. All over we know that Bangladesh is a developing country and very much development projects are running in our country. That's why Lebukhali to Paira, Port Portugal is one of them. And the IE is the first and formative action before an EIA report. That's why I would like to research about IE. Initial environmental examination describe the environmental condition of a project and address the impact, social, environmental, and physical problem, potential impact, formulation of mitigation measures, and preparation of institutional requirements and environmental monitoring. Purpose of the IE report. To find out the impact on environmental, society, and economy, notice people participation about this project that people can accept or not accept it. To know about the project sustainability. Methodology. We have using a lot of method by resilience survey checklist, focus group discussion, questionnaire survey, collection secondary data using different books, newspaper, journal, and answer. This is some figure to collect our information like focus group discussion and questionnaire survey and questionnaire survey. Environmental background. Portugal district coordinate 20 to 46 north, 90 to 38 east, with the area of approximately 3,205 square kilometer bounded by Borishal, Borguna, and Kola district on the both sides. The main river are surrounding this project area is Andarmukha, Andarmanik, Abunmukha, Paira, Lohalia, Portugal, and Tenpuria. And the physical, biological, and socio-economical components of the environment are naturally vary with the time to time. It's better to look at the present, past, and future condition of the environmental components in the absence of the project. This is the figure of Puducherry district, so Gurma 2011, and environmental setting. There are 48%. Yeah, settlement and cultivated land is 24%, 70% social and 13% market. And the environmental setting also the air quality, water quality, and the noise level. Land use mainly the surrounding project area land are used. Cultivated land, agricultural land, and residential area, and some of few surface water are source of surface water are mainly from rainwater, and they have some of rivers. Groundwater using for irrigation purpose and drinking water. And ecological issues, there are some ecological resource like ecosystem service, ocean ecosystem service, coastal ecosystem service, and river ecosystem service. As a discussion, this is the output of our checklist, the major document of the initial environmental examination. These are effective environmental resource, suitable site location, socio-economic impact, effect of available ecology, resettlement problem, income source, communication, biomass and ecosystem, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, production loss, hazardous materials, and health problem. Damage due to on the environment is the plant losses, social justice, deforestation, air quality hampered, destroyed of biomass, loss of environmental quality, and loss of soil quality. Protection is deforestation, afforestation, ensure social bonding, resilient habitat planning, diversification of livelihood, carefully planning, use of environmental friendly tools during the operational and construction phase. Land use planning ensures soil quality, carefully during watering. The critical issue in this project running, we are prediction that the critical issue are output of ecosystem service losses, imbalance environmental comfort, resettlement of population, shifting of utilization, displacement of shop and market and housing, economic problem, pollution, and social crime. This is the final layout of laboratory Medigat to Paraport. This is totally Shodor and Mirjapon Road from surrounding of this area. Commercial area, cultivated land, settlement, and others. This is the figure of this project line. There are 3 bridges in this with this road, Sheikh Russell, Sheikh Damal, and Sheikh Kamal. Evaluation. This following this table, environmental, social, and economical impact. Area low, medium, and significant impact. This is the most of the system ecosystem service pollution, social crime, land use, recreation, income source, transportation cost, land value. All of the figure shows the low impact. The public opinion is a major part of an EIA or IEA because this work is including with the people perception. So the project feasibility is so high, environmental impact medium, and last of all social impact low. This is the figure of accept or not accept by the surrounding people near the project, and there are 79% people who are accepted for the project because of that communication system is not so good in this area. So people want this development work and not accepted 11% because there are so few people surrounding this project area. They lost their agricultural land, home, and commercial land because of their the impact matrix critical evaluation. There are the pollution and climate change are the highest effect for this. This is the 42 and 39 pollution, and the parameter of resource, environment, social, economic, transmission, and physical component. The last final result of this impact matrix is 1.2. There is defined the 1.2 low and middle of tolerable level, and that is not a harmful situation if this project is run. And there are the activity of positive activity in yellow color, and the left horizontal is activity of the social environmental component. Statistical analysis is one of the another most important part of it in our report. The statistical analysis in organization, group, or individual affect or is affected by the achievement of organizational objectives. There are some high influence and low influence, high importance, low importance, four categories. We have selected the high influence and high importance government, NGO, and funding organization who are directly related for donors, and high influence and low importance, the media, national level and local level administration, union, opposition, chairman, member. And the low importance and low influence are researcher, teacher, student, and regional leader. And high importance and high influence are the local communities, shop, and deliver. The last conclusion of this report, the positive environmental from this impact matrix is 1.2. This is the low and tolerable effect, so minor negative impact during construction period, which will be carefully monitored and adequately mitigated. And at last, end of the IE report clear that this project benefits are sustainable for the environmental and the local people. There are some recommendation at the last finishing level in our report. The extra care about the preparation of environmental impact statement, public participation practice in carrying out initial environmental examination should be sensed, and independent agency responsible for environmental assessment should be made, and final further research. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Sulaiman. May I ask our audience to ask a question if you have any queries? Any question?
Actually, it gives the initial environmental examination on the 4-wheel highway project. But actually, every development project has some environmental impacts. So, what are the major environmental impacts you find in your environment?
Which is the potential threat?
What is the potential threat? How can we mitigate it? Do you have any information to mitigate the impact?
For our impact matrix, we have final climate change and the pollution in the United States, and it is very highly seen in this area. Now, because of the drainage system is very much full, and that's why.
So, how do you make this score? You asked the expert.
So this is the surveyor or maybe follow the report matrix.
Okay.
So that's so we should put the reference.
Data is a survey and face-to-face questionnaire, and also focus group discussion.
Questionnaire for whom?
Public questionnaire.
Public, who is decide
long project and locally to Bayapur is long distance.
So you have made the survey. You have made the survey. Data is zero on your collected analysis. You have done the survey.
We have 6 members in our report. That's the first second slide. So we this is our actually this is the
so actually you have made a demographic survey. Am I right? Beside the roads. So how many stakeholders participated in this ULF survey?
More or less 200.
200. Do you think it's enough?
Yes, actually, it is the now about EIA report. I am a student of the instrument, and the 8th semester I completed my EIA. It is took a practical course, so we select this project for complete our report EIA. There's the first part of IE. That's why it is done for.
So I think survey can occur in certain area, a small area. Because the 200 stakeholders are not around to a lot of area to cover. So you have a specific area, you have chosen the specific area to split the survey and provide this questionnaire or do some questionnaire to the people to get your opinion. So it's not along the 4-lane project from what is the question?
Locally to
How long that what is the length?
46 kilometers.
So your 200 sample is concentrated or it's scattered all over the area?
All over there, something.
Also, you have spread it along the 46 kilometers. Okay. Okay, good work. Good working. So this is IE. After that, you will do EIA, and then after that, you will do environmental management. Thank you very much, Simon. Give it a hand. So paper number 209, there will come up. So I will go forward with paper ID 303 with group of Paul, presenting their paper on selection of aggregate based on mechanical strength and environmental cost.
Welcome to our upload session. I'm Rupal from Kuwait, completing my graduation in civil engineering. Now, my topic is all about selection of aggregate based on mechanical strength and environmental cost. Here is two parameters actually. Here is obviously negative impact and positive impact. And what is these are? In construction site or for structural development, we have to provide or make buildings. That is our positive impact for our civilizations. But this construction have some negative impact also. Thus, we see here emission of carbon dioxide in the field or stone crushing machine runs through fuel, and this fuel are we have from electricity or by consuming coal, and that provide carbon dioxide to the environment. And I'm sorry, providing previous data basically from 2000 to 2010. IPCC have gathered report that previous 3 decades provides 40% of the carbon dioxide from construction sector, which is a major impact. Our present era is all about talking about the climatic change and global warming, and for this global warming, construction sector has a major impact. We see here. My project I have run Chua district, Chuadanga from Bangladesh. Here is our object to find the priority series of aggregate use based on benefit, and that benefit is the mechanical strength given by the construction materials. To find the priority of aggregate use based on cost, that cost is the purchase cost and as well as that environmental cost. And the third one is to find the priority of aggregate use on the basis of benefit cost ratio, which is I will explain later. Here some definitions. The benefit is the strength. Basically, in case of brick, the compressive strength given by the brick. In case of stone, the cylindrical strength we have measured. Here is the cost. The purchase cost we have already known. the environmental cost. And here the environmental cost is measured as emission of carbon dioxide production per one of brick into the cost factor. Already we have concern about carbon tax. Different countries of the world providing carbon tax, which are for emission of carbon dioxide. They have get a tax that provide to the environment and mitigate the emission of carbon dioxide for the environment. Here we take $40 per ton of emission of carbon dioxide. Here is our work plan. We measure two aggregate. One is brick aggregate and another is stone aggregate. And in case of brick, in our country, two types of fuel is used basically. One is coal and one is wood. In case of coal, the problem occurred is one dimensional to provide carbon dioxide to the environment. But in case of wood, it is two dimensional. It provides carbon dioxide to the environment as well that deforestation occurred in case of if we use wood as a fuel in case of big burning. And there is some clean and in the crusher, in stone crusher, some type of crusher are used. One is jaw crusher, impact crusher, cone crusher, compound cone. Actually, in Bangladesh, it is not familiar. In the developed countries like China, America, they use this sort of instruments. Here is some major data. Some companies in Chudanga, we get samples, and previously some students have worked out about their emission of carbon dioxide. We get that data and input here, and the strength is measured in our lab. Solid mechanics lab. We have measured the strength of the brick by ASTM method. Here is one graph, the benefit cost graph. Here the first graph, it shows the strength of the materials found from different companies. The second one, there is a purchase cost, there are purchase cost levels, and the third one is the environmental cost. So we have make a priority list of the companies, how to use themselves. Here, this one is the most important one. We make a benefit cost ratio. Basically, the benefit is above the slide, and the cost is the lower one. Then make a series which is better than value of 1. It is good for us, and which is less than 1, then that is bad for us. We calculate this way. Here is the process of stone aggregate. Here are some process basically in China, Shanghai. They use this process in this way. The process of power generation by where coal is used to produce the power. Then the stone crushing process. In that process, the instrument used in which way the dimension is there, and there is a total diagram of stone crushing. Some here crushers names and their benefit and cost are simulated here. Here are some crushers names and their benefit cost ratio curve. Here is our result. First, we have get result based on benefit cost ratio. Then the priority series against the stone aggregate on benefit cost ratio, and here is on brick aggregate. And finally, we get that if we use stone aggregate, in case of brick aggregate, is more favorable to us, environment also as well as for structural strength. But in case of purchase, it may be higher, but it gives us advantage in two ways. But in one way, it is negative to us. Here is our first recommendation. We worked on brick and stone. There are other materials like cement, sand, steel. We can work out in this way. In case of brick and stone, we just calculating in the manufacturing process. But in a construction building or a structure, there are some many process. The manufacturing process, transportation process, construction process, and after construction is like that. At that moment, they also produce carbon dioxide and impact to the environment. And that's all. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Dr. Paul. So the floor is now open. Any question from the panel?
From this presentation, what I get is, you prefer the stone than bricks in construction.
And in these structures, as well as an aggregate, not just say. In case of our cells, aggregate is the materials which is used for compressive strength, not for brickwork. It's not aggregate. The aggregate is as in concrete we use that is aggregate, and as an aggregate we use prefer the stone aggregate.
If you have study or idea about the availability of aggregate stone.
Yeah, in Bangladesh, stone aggregate more or less available. Basically, in road construction and the embankment construction, it is preferable. And in case of house construction, it will not maybe found so easily, but foundable.
Do you think all the aggregates come collected from local or from our side?
Not actually.
Imported. From our
If we use stone aggregate in higher scale, then we have to import more.
I think high scale stone is available now because there's a hard rock mine in Motopara. You will know Motopara.
Yeah,
There are yeah. So the high strength aggregate stones is available now, but it's not used in most of the construction and roads.
Because
But
purchase
from the
basically Bangladesh is a middle class economical country. That is the main cause that we are not use the stone aggregate. But after some days, we'll see. I think the stone aggregate will be more familiar.
My question is it available in Bangladesh if the Bangladesh construction or real estate goes higher or think for a lot of construction or urban planning? Do you think it's available in Bangladesh?
Not much available, but not so less, but not so much. Medium. I have no actual data about that.
Because nowadays people are still using Motopara Shila. People have started using it in commercial building already. I've seen few construction where they are using that black.
Actually, most of the construction use these stones, I think, come from India.
Yeah, that's the movement, that's traditional.
And also the roads and highway. Whenever you use on the government project, just boundary to the Motopara stone. But most of the construction and the projects are using the stones from India.
So Motopara stone, does it have higher strength?
Yes, it has a higher strength. But it's also expensive.
Then another recommendation. In case of wood, in case of big burning, the more of the big fields in Bangladesh, they use the fuel as wood. Wood is the as fuel. That is the main issue that we share some. In case of coal, we share the emission of carbon dioxide per brick is 0.712 kg, and in case of wood, it is 1.26 kg. It's so much higher. And another reason is if we use wood, the deforestation is over. The proper guideline may be made, and I have some further study.
I'm asking a question. Actually, it's true that aggregates are available in Bangladesh. If we truly use the aggregates collected from Shillong, Jaffrong, and Riverbed or Bangladesh, Ethiopia, but still we have deficits. We collect the that's why most of the aggregates are coming from India. At the same time, the bricks building is the issue. for carbon dioxide emission. But now there is a technique to break on zero carbon dioxide emission.
Yeah.
So it will be better if this concept will understand market. In that case, actually, it's true. If you can use an ABS, it's not ABS in construction purpose. It will be good.
I have to mention one thing. The previous sessions, I mentioned large scale guideline. That is the 100 billion, but it have to be given in some sub-sectors, and this is the construction sector. And we have to think about guideline also for this sector. And we are taking this sort of project to making some guidelines in this sector to how to make the environmental impact, how to mitigate the environmental impact by this sector has been offered.
Since there's no more question, let me thank Rupok for his presentation. Thank you, Rupok. And at the same time, we end our session here. And let's move towards tea room. The tea break is 3:30. We have 10-15 minutes time to lunch around, and then we join in the tea room. The same place where the lunch was provided. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে ভিডিওটি দেখার জন্য। এরপরে আমরা পরবর্তী সেশন নিয়ে আসবো ঠিক 4টায়। বাই বাই।